change and reform is what is needed. We're going to consult on this in the course of the coming months, and then there'll be a 10-year plan for the NHS under the next Labour government.
You are doing the thing that some people are very frightened of doing, which is talk about private sector involvement as well. In your speech this week, you talked about the public and private sectors working in partnership. Yeah. There's been a move where you want to see more use of beds in the private sector. Just explain the thinking there.
Well, the immediate problem is obviously the waiting lists, and one of the issues that we've looked at is whether or not we're using the private sector effectively. A number of people do go as NHS patients to the private sector. Our research shows that that's been underused, and we could do more of it. And that would clear, 230,000 people off the waiting list every year.
So more use of the private sector in the NHS under Labour.
Yes, but I mean, let me be clear. We're not talking about privatising the NHS. We're talking about using the private sector effectively. And free at the point of use is an absolutely governing principle as we go into this review. But we do need change and reform. I want to look, for example, at primary care. Would it be possible to use local pharmacies more to do work on prescriptions, etc.? Is there a route for self-referral? What do we do about, the partnerships of GPs, which I don't think are necessarily as efficient as they should be? We're asking all the questions that a bold incoming government should ask about change and reform. Now, we want to consult because obviously we need to test these ideas.
With the doctors' unions that it sounds like this could provoke. You're willing to have that battle?
Yeah, we've got to have battles. I mean, I ran a public service, the Crown Prosecution Service, for 5 years as part of the criminal justice system, and I've reformed that. And my experience of reform is there will always be people who say, I wouldn't do that, I'd keep it as it is, don't touch anything. I totally disregard that. I think if there's change to be made, we've got to get on and make it. Okay. So this isn't a battle with a particular sector, but it is a statement of intent.